Always make serving your audience your top priority and never forget why you started. It's ultimately not about you. It's about the people on the other side of the camera lens, on the other side of that internet connection, watching through their own devices. You're ultimately creating content to make a difference in the lives of people. So if you get discouraged, always keep them in mind. YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay focused on your vision. Put in the work. Keep building your influence, income, and impact, one video at a time. Today I will be reading to you my highlights of YouTube Secrets, the ultimate guide to growing your following and making money as a video influencer, written by Cannell and Benji Travis. You might be thinking, these people started early, it's too late now. YouTube is crowded and there's too much competition. That's simply not the case. All the equipment you need to make compelling YouTube content is in your pocket right now, contained in your smartphone. Your phone can create and upload HD video, and that's all you need to get started. Talent is not the number one requirement on YouTube. Things like passion, excitement, fun, information, education, and answering people's questions are far more important. If you're passionate enough to help others and excited enough to keep their interest, you're ready. Successful influencers on YouTube are just average everyday folks who care about something and have developed some skill or knowledge about a subject. We believe video is absolutely the best way to communicate any message. Through video, it's much easier for an audience to get to know and trust you. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat aren't search engines, so YouTube provides a distinct advantage in getting discovered and building your influence. YouTube is also free. Plenty of tools will help you create content, but YouTube has no financial barrier. You can upload unlimited HD and even 4K content to your channel at no cost. Our stories bear many similarities to the success stories of other YouTubers. We were regular people with a passion for something, and by consistently delivering value on that subject, we built an audience. Our success didn't come from being super talented. It came from sharing basic principles that anybody can follow to build influence, income, and impact with online videos. We can't promise that you'll become a famous YouTuber, but we can share every principle we've utilized to create our own success, as well as the secrets we have learned from some of today's top YouTube creators. By the end of this book, you will have a comprehensive yet simple guide for creating success for yourself if you're willing to put in the effort. Part 1. Strategy. The 7 C's. 1. Courage. Ignite passion and transcend fear. You don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Zig Ziglar. The only way to overcome all those initial fears and anxieties is to go through with it. It's the old Nike cliche, just do it. Or as the old saying goes, courage is not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act despite the fear. Every person on social media started at zero, but they summoned their courage and started posting and uploading content. Create a strong reason for being on YouTube. Who do you want to inspire, encourage, educate, or help with your products and services? Who are the people you want to entertain? Figure that out and keep those people front and center. The more polarizing your content, the more strongly people will voice their opinions. What is the opportunity cost of not taking action right now? If you were to ask any YouTube creator if they wish they had started 10 years earlier, almost all of them would say yes. Even if they've achieved success, they would tell you that they wish they'd started sooner. 2. Clarity. Start with the end in mind. If you don't know where you're going, if you have no end in mind, you'll wind up somewhere you may not even want to be. At some point on your journey, preferably at the very beginning, you must ask yourself, what is my goal for being on YouTube? If you're struggling to find an identity or purpose for your YouTube channel, we recommend building it at the intersection of your passion, your proficiency, and your profit. Ask yourself what you would do for free. What is something that lights you up, that isn't a short-term interest, but something you firmly believe in and care about? Think hard about this, because YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. It's hard work. If you don't have the deep love and passion for your channel, you will struggle to sustain your motivation through the ups and downs of building your influence on YouTube. That being said, passion alone is not enough. You also need proficiency. There does have to be a market for your chosen subject. If you have passion and proficiency, but there isn't a market for it, all you have is a hobby. On the other hand, if you have knowledge about your subject, if there's a market for it, but you have no passion for the subject, you could wind up hating your own success. If there is a market for it and it's something you're passionate about, but you haven't developed proficiency yet, you probably won't have success. Who are the people your content is intended for? It's a mistake to say everybody. In fact, that is a recipe for failure. If you try to reach everybody, you'll wind up reaching nobody. Target a specific group of people who share your interests, because they will engage with your content. Once you've narrowed down your audience, you must decide what you're going to offer them. Many YouTube channels never grow because their creators never take the time to define a target audience and come up with a clear purpose, value, or reason why people should care about their content. Clarity is power, and a clear understanding of your end goal will help you reverse engineer the steps to get there. Once you know your end goal, have defined your audience, and set your focus, it's time to start your journey on YouTube by creating your channel and building a home for your content. 3. Channel. Building a home for your content. Your YouTube channel serves as the home for your content, so make sure it welcomes your guests and makes a good impression. Just like a TV channel, your YouTube channel should have some big idea that can be translated into a cohesive brand. Anytime someone watches one of your videos, they consider subscribing to the whole channel. That's the importance of your brand. Each video should give people a good idea of what the whole channel has to offer. The clearer the purpose and passion of your channel, the more likely you are to get subscribers. When someone lands on your channel page, you have at most 5 seconds to form their opinion of you. Your cover art must grab their attention and create the right impression. Make sure it communicates who this channel is for, what it's about, and why it should matter to the viewer. As in life, you only get one chance to make a first impression. Ultimately, building your channel is about building your brand. While these tips and strategies are important and we encourage you to do your best, don't get stuck at this point. At the end of the day, your content is more important than your channel name or channel art. 4. Content. Create lasting impact. The reality is, if content doesn't add value to our lives, we abandon it. We live in a world where we can quickly close one video and start another at the click of a button. Value should be your focus when creating any content on YouTube or any other platform. Great content is anything that adds value to the viewer's life, so ask yourself, what kind of value are the viewers getting? We believe every piece of content should deliver at least one of the following. News and information. This would include channels presenting interesting facts, breaking news, the latest gossip, stories, and world events. It also includes top 10 channels with videos like top 10 things to do in Greece. Entertainment. This content causes viewers to laugh, to smile, to cry. It's shareable, it's fun, it's compelling. Education. This content helps viewers solve a problem, become better at something, or learn a skill. Inspiration and motivation. Inspiration and motivation go hand in hand. These videos get the viewer pumped up and excited. They get people to think bigger or feel better about themselves. They add a boost to the viewer's week. Connection and community. No matter what type of videos you create, you must provide your audience with a feeling of connection. Connecting to a community of people allows your viewers to feel like they're part of something bigger than themselves. Play to your strengths. Are you more analytical and factual? Consider providing informative content. Have people told you that you have a natural talent for encouraging people and making them feel better? If so, consider finding a way to motivate and inspire people. Are you a connector who enjoys making people feel welcomed and included? Then focus on creating connection and community. The best content creators do all of the above. A popular term on YouTube is edutainment, and it refers to content that combines education and entertainment. Those who do it well are experiencing massive success. The best content creators inform, inspire, educate, entertain, and build community all at once. The more frequent your uploads, the more attention your channel will get. However, consistency is even more important. A simple formula for success on YouTube is based on the acronym CQC: Consistent Quality Content. A common element of YouTube success is posting quality content on a consistent basis. If you upload a video every day for 52 days, but then you stop and don't upload anything for the rest of the year, that won't benefit you as much as uploading one video a week for 52 weeks. Remember to think of your YouTube channel like a TV channel. Your favorite program airs once a week at a specific time, so the audience can depend on it. If you want to build loyalty, momentum, and trust between you and your audience, then you need to show up on a regular basis, delivering the same value every time. Content value matters more than production value. The best camera in the world with the best looking picture quality won't impact your audience unless the content is interesting. Let this be a guiding principle. Always start with what you have and then work to improve it over time. That applies to both your content and your production quality. 5. Community. Engage with your audience. The essence of what makes a YouTube influencer different from a Hollywood influencer is the connection you have with your audience. Your relationship with the audience is key to building trust, and that trust is where you'll find opportunity. First and most importantly, your community is composed of your YouTube subscribers. In a way, people watching your videos is kind of like going on a date. If you can get them to subscribe, you've gone from the first date to a relationship. It means the viewer liked your content enough to stay regularly involved with you. Always ask your audience to follow you on social media. If you can get them to do so, you are creating an audience that values the interaction, and that's huge for channel growth. Always remind your viewers to subscribe to your channel. Many content creators make the mistake of assuming that viewers know about subscribing, but the truth is, many viewers either don't know or don't think about it. The creators who ask people to subscribe in every video tend to have larger audiences. A huge mistake we see YouTubers make is sounding desperate, begging people to subscribe instead of leading with value. A second way to build community is by encouraging people to leave comments on your videos. When they do leave a comment, always take the time to respond, especially when you're just getting started. Many of the top YouTubers have created a community name for their fans. The largest YouTuber, PewDiePie, creates gaming videos and calls his fans bros. The family vlogging channel Saucony Jolies calls their viewers friendliest friends. We call our community influencers. Creating a community name allows fans and superfans to affiliate, self-declare, and self-align with their community and tribe. If you want to connect with viewers at a deeper level, you can message them directly or reply to them in a video. Depth matters. Always look for ways you can create meaningful connections with your community. It always pays off in the long run. When you create and nurture your community, you build trust. That trust and engagement will enable you to create consistent income through committed viewers. Trust is the essence of what makes a YouTube creator different from other kinds of celebrities. That trust lays a foundation for almost every opportunity you can receive. From the very first video you upload, begin creating your community through engagement. You don't need a large audience to build a full-time business or personal brand on YouTube. You just need an engaged audience of true fans. It's always easier to give existing fans more content than to find new fans. Create a direct relationship with them so that they are paying you directly. Gaining 1,000 true fans is much easier than aiming for 1,000,000, especially when you're just starting out. If you can add just 1 new fan a day, you can get to 1,000 in a few years. 6. Cash. Monetize your content. In order to serve your mission and vision at the highest level, you need resources. More specifically, you need money. With money, you have more freedom with your content and production quality. You can hire a team and support others, whether employees, assistants, or a charity you love. With money, you can maximize your effectiveness in the world. We advise you to never chase the money. That's a recipe for frustration. Chase your focus, your mission, your passion, and your purpose, and allow money and income to stem from that. The amount of money you can make from AdSense varies. As a typical rule of thumb, creators in the US are paid an average of $2 per 1,000 views. Therefore, if you want to make $2,000 per month from YouTube content, you would need 1 million views per month. That's no easy feat, especially on a consistent basis, which is why AdSense is our least favorite monetization strategy. The AdSense strategy is best for prank, comedy, news, and entertainment channels, which tend to garner a large amount of views. With affiliate marketing, you earn a commission by promoting a company's products. The process is simple. Find a product you like, promote it, and earn a piece of the profit for each sale. Affiliate marketing is relevant for any type of YouTube channel, but it works especially well for beauty, tech, and review channels. That's because these kinds of channels tend to discuss specific products. $1 saved is $1 earned. Often, in the pursuit of monetization, people forget that by saving in one place, they can spend in another. You can find brands, companies, or businesses that will send you free products in exchange for a review or promotion. Whether you're a full-time YouTuber with 100,000 subscribers or you're new with less than 1,000, getting free products is as simple as reaching out through social media, sending an email, or even picking up the phone and asking. You will be surprised at how many companies will say yes. Every time you succeed at trading content for a product, you learn and you get better at it, attracting more opportunities. YouTube can also be used as an external arm and outreach for an existing business. Let's say you own a brick and mortar store. Your revenue comes almost exclusively from the store, but you could use a YouTube channel to produce content that promotes the business. Instead of making money directly from the videos, you're attracting people to the store where the real revenue is generated. Crowdfunding is the practice of funding a project or venture by raising small amounts of money from a large number of people, typically via internet sites like Kickstarter, Indiegogo, Patreon, and GoFundMe. On YouTube, Patreon is the top choice, widely used by many popular channels because it encourages regular support. Crowdfunding disrupts the typical model of how things are done. In the past, people depended on the approval and support of the higher-ups and gatekeepers, yet crowdfunding empowers creators to support their own vision and mission directly from the people who benefit from it the most. Remember, we recommend you focus on building your influence first, before focusing on building an income. Launching something like a crowdfunding initiative before you have a crowd will more than likely fail. Building trust and loyalty with viewers is key to success in crowdfunding and most other money-making endeavors. Events provide another way of monetizing your YouTube content. These events can happen live and in person, or you can host them online. They can be free or require an admission charge, though it's far easier to invite people to a paid event once you've built a large audience. Sponsorships, also called brand deals in the YouTube community, are a form of monetization that has become extremely popular on YouTube, especially for the bigger influencers. It works similarly to the free product trade we discussed earlier, with the added perk that companies pay real money in exchange for product promotions. You don't have to be a large-scale YouTuber to take advantage of brand deals. As long as you have focused content, you might be able to generate interest with related companies. Rather than creating their own videos, many companies are willing to pay YouTubers in order to license their content. Sometimes the intrinsic value of your video has little to do with your popularity and more to do with the content itself. In other words, the nature of a video sometimes has value on its own, separate from your channel. Various media companies can take and use it for their own purposes, paying you a licensing fee to do so. If you've built enough influence and authority around a topic, you become a valuable candidate for speaking at industry events, conferences, conventions, and even local events. When it comes to monetization, the biggest mistake we see creators make is focusing on income first instead of influence. Influence must always come first, and it's impossible to build influence without building trust, adding value, and creating a connection and relationship with people. We don't recommend starting on YouTube out of desperation. You have to have the determination and willingness to treat YouTube as a marathon and not a sprint. Focus on building your influence, stay patient and persistent, and income will follow. Remember, money follows mission. A second mistake we see creators make is letting the monetization opportunity overshadow what's good for the audience. If a brand wants to promote their product on your channel because of your authority, trust, and large audience, make sure their product is appropriate for your audience. Even if they're offering a lot of money, don't agree to it if the monetization deal doesn't provide relevant, meaningful content for your loyal viewers. Otherwise, you will hurt your channel and lose their trust. When picking a monetization option to start with, we recommend trying a few and narrowing it down through trial and error. Through experimentation, you will discover which method fits best with your brand, message, mission, and values. Individual forms of monetization might not make a lot of money, but combining them all, some YouTubers manage to create significant income. Just as financial advisors recommend diversifying your portfolio, we recommend you diversify your income streams. That way, if something should dramatically change, like it did for Philip DeFranco, all of your eggs are not in one basket and you have other income streams to lean on. 7. Consistency. Hustle your way to success. The key to building momentum on YouTube is posting consistent, strategic, quality content over time. Consistency is more than getting content out there. It's about learning the process that creates success. Creating a schedule is imperative. That way people know when to expect your videos. Also, YouTube rewards consistent channels by pushing them higher in the search and recommended lists. Creating regular videos is hard work, but the harder you work, the luckier you get. When you post consistently, you put more opportunities into the world, more hooks into the sea for people to find and discover you. You never know which video might become the video that opens up the door to success. Some of that is up to chance, but you can stack the deck in your favor by uploading more often. We interviewed Jerry from the tech channel Barnacule's Nerdgasm, a YouTuber with over 900,000 subscribers. He told us, "Don't get discouraged if things happen slowly. It took me 4 years to get to my first 10,000 subscribers, but it only took me 2 years to get to the next 700,000. We've had to become efficient and strategic in creating content for our channel. Our strategy is composed of 2 essential things. 1. Scheduling in advance. 2. Producing in batches. Prior planning prevents poor performance. Or to put it another way, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Planning saves you a ton of energy, so we schedule shoot days in advance. With batch producing, we set everything up, lighting, cameras, sound, stage, and film multiple videos in one session. We'll even change our shirts throughout the shoot to create the illusion of days passing. Too many creators get bogged down in production and they get overwhelmed with the amount of footage they have or the scope of their idea. Experimenting with different content formats allows you to stay more consistent on a week-to-week basis, whether that's going live for 15 to 30 minutes and sharing some tips, shooting a short Q&A just to engage with your audience, or making a quick talking head video. It's better to upload 1 video a week for 52 weeks and stay consistent throughout the whole year than to upload 52 videos in the first month and only upload sporadically afterward. You learn so much more about content creation that way, and your channel benefits from the long-term consistency. Plus, you can avoid burnout that way because you're pacing yourself. Remember, it's the consistent creators who get rewarded by both the audience and the platform. Part 2. Tactics. Social media. Leverage your message and brand. If you know your target audience, that will tell you exactly which social media platform or platforms you need to spend time on. Once you know where they hang out, you have to figure out how to create compelling, relevant, and engaging content on the appropriate platforms. Use your existing engagement as a starting point to build your audience. Often, your target audience is made up of people just like you, people who share the same interests. That's why the social media platforms you already use can be a great starting place, especially if you're unsure of how to build your audience. Pick the social media platform you are most passionate about and start engaging people with quality content related to your channel. One big mistake many creators make is to create videos for YouTube and then simply upload the exact same video on every social media platform. Advertising with video makes a much more powerful impact than any other type of ad. You probably noticed that when YouTube moved from static ads to streaming ads. They gain more attention from viewers and make a stronger impact. Pick 2 social media platforms. Developing consistency when multitasking on social media can be incredibly challenging, so learn the ropes and ease into it. We recommend blocking some time of your calendar to research and experiment with the 2 social media platforms you've chosen. 30 minutes for each platform should be enough. Create a simple content strategy for how you intend to make the most out of them. It should be simple enough that you could sketch it on a cocktail napkin. Discoverability. Attract your ideal audience on autopilot. Businesses and brands understand the importance of getting their website and content to show up on the first page of search results. Becoming the answer to their target audience's inquiries can make or break a business. Getting to the first page means the difference between moderate or massive success. What is discoverability? When someone searches for something relevant to your channel on YouTube's search bar, you want your video to show up in the first few results. If one of your videos shows up high on the list of recommended videos, then you can get views and subscribers whether you post new content or not. Climbing the search rankings needs to be part of your ongoing growth strategy. The 3 most important aspects of video SEO for YouTube are your title, your description, and the tags you add to your video. To enhance your video discoverability, ask yourself what the top 10 to 20 questions are that your target audience might be searching for on YouTube. Figure out what your target audience is searching for by looking at the search bar predictions and create content that addresses those topics, questions, or inquiries in a relevant way. Don't try to cover too many topics in one video. Rather than trying to make a video about 10 different breakfast recipes, make 10 different videos, each one focused on one specific recipe. Often, content creators go too broad. You will get far better results by creating narrowly focused videos to address specific questions that your audience is asking. When you invest the time in making sure your SEO details are accurate, specific, relevant, and honest, YouTube will reward you by sharing your content in their suggested list of videos. To incorporate discoverability into your overall video strategy, first research your video ideas to determine if there is widespread interest. You can use the YouTube search bar for this. Simply enter the terms and look at the predicted responses. Another great tool is called the Google Keyword Planner. It's free, though you need to set up a Google AdWords account and connect it to a credit card. This tool shows you how many people per month search for various topics and reveals common keywords and phrases for each specific niche. A huge mistake we see people make is recording videos and trying to optimize them afterward. We believe you should reverse that order. Strategically plan the optimization of your video before you press record. SEO should be a priority from the moment you begin planning your channel. However, the best video SEO in the world won't do any good if your content isn't good. Valuable and engaging content that has been strategically positioned and optimized is a combo that can't be beat. Collaboration. Grow your audience exponentially. Collaborations can be powerful in art, music, film, business, and YouTube. Smart influencers don't sit back and hope for results. They act intentionally in cultivating powerful relationships and pursuing collaborations. There's no better way to get people to take interest in you than someone they trust and love referring you to them. Because of this, we believe collaborating is one of the fastest ways to grow your viewership, second only to viral video. We discourage people from working with other YouTubers simply because they're famous. If their audience doesn't align with yours, collaboration won't drive the right exposure to your content. Even if you're relatively unknown, creators love when you contribute to their channel. Maybe you have special skills, knowledge, experience, or authority that will allow you to do things with their content that they can't do on their own. You might provide fresh ideas for another YouTuber. Any creator who has been around a long time knows that coming up with creative ideas can be challenging. Don't ever hesitate to reach out, even if you're just starting. We forget most people like to help others, and it never hurts to ask. Asking doesn't guarantee you're going to get a yes, but not asking guarantees you never will. Create a list of people you would love to collaborate with. We use Google Docs to keep up with our ever-growing list of people we want to interview. This puts them all in one place, so we can strategically reach out to them on a regular basis. When searching for other creators on YouTube, the best chance for success typically comes from channels the same size as yours. Of course, everybody wants to collaborate with bigger, more successful channels, but those people get far more requests. The best way to collaborate with a larger or more successful YouTuber is to approach them with an interview request. With an interview, you don't position yourself as a peer. Instead, you position yourself as someone who's going to help them share their information, wisdom, advice, and insight with a wider audience. One of the ways we got the yes was by focusing on adding as much value as possible. Whichever strategy you use, never adopt an aggressive approach. Consider how you can reach out creatively, how you can get noticed without being forceful, weird, or generic. When people reach out to collaborate with us, one of the quickest ways to get ignored is if it's obvious they're simply copying and pasting the same message to multiple people. Trends and tentpoles conspire with the culture. While many internet trends may seem wacky and random, participation can be a very smart strategy for content creators. On YouTube, timing is everything. Holidays, seasons, viral videos, popular songs, current movies, and events all create opportunities for relevant content. Incorporate them to ride the momentum and exposure these trends produce. Even if your industry is highly professional, you should still consider jumping on these kinds of cultural trends. Never forget that people do business with people. If you let your hair down and show your staff having a little fun and getting a bit crazy, that makes for great content that could be shared on your social media platforms or on your YouTube channel. Be intentional and strategic about how you weave trends, viral content, and cultural events into your content. Don't forget that speed matters when it comes to trends. As soon as you see the opportunity, act fast so you can get your content out before the wave crashes. A tentpole is a way of capitalizing on recurring events and holidays throughout the year. Holidays comprise the most obvious tentpole events. New Year's, Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and sometimes overlooked holidays like Mother's Day, Father's Day, even Labor Day or Memorial Day. Every single one of these holidays provides an opportunity to create and schedule strategic, relevant content on your channel. Try to keep up with relevant cultural events like elections, the big next Star Wars movie, or anything else generating interest. The seasons are tentpoles, so if you have a lifestyle or a fashion channel, consider creating video content around seasonal outfit ideas. Outside of holidays and cultural events, popular industry-specific events can also become tentpoles. The most important aspect of an effective tentpole strategy is to jump on a topic early in the tentpole journey. So if you're creating content around Halloween, don't wait for interest to peak. That's too late. Start posting relevant content when people begin searching for Halloween costumes, Halloween recipes, Halloween anything. That happens a few weeks to a couple months before the actual holiday. A great tool for tentpole strategizing is Google Trends, trends.google.com. This tool shows with precise specificity when the interest and search traffic begins, accelerates, peaks, and diminishes for holidays, cultural events, and trends of any kind. Remember, fortune favors the fast. Plan your tentpole strategy far in advance and have a strategic content calendar to jump on trends and tentpoles as early as possible. Team. Scale your vision. When you surround yourself with people who share a common direction and sense of community, you can get where you desire to go much easier because you travel on the thrust, energy, and momentum of one another. We have never met a super successful influencer who didn't have a team, whether that means a personal assistant, a cameraman, a talent manager, or a full-on production studio. Your team is whoever supports you in building your YouTube channel, especially when you have other priorities that divide your time. Initially, building a team is not about hiring people. It's about enlisting people already in your sphere of influence. If you've accrued a little money, you can consider outsourcing services like graphic design or closed captioning. Closed captioning or subtitling your videos makes them viewable to a wider audience around the world and ensures they rank in YouTube searches. If you try to closed caption your own videos, it would take a long time, so we recommend using services like ref.com, which costs only $1 a minute. Fiverr.com has services as low as $5 per job for all of your graphic design needs. You can even hire a virtual assistant on a site like Upwork.com. You don't have to hire someone for an insane amount of time. Hire help for just 5 hours a week, delegating tasks you aren't good at or don't enjoy. Most people, when they start making a little money, spend it on things and experiences. While that is great, if you are serious about scaling your business and brand on YouTube, we recommend investing your extra money by leveraging the skills of others to do more work than you could do on your own. We also believe in having a winning circle of friends and mentors who help encourage you along the way. Motivational speaker Jim Rohn famously said, "We are the average of the 5 people we spent the most time with." After interviewing many video influencers, as well as associating with many successful entrepreneurs, we've noticed that they are all intentional about surrounding themselves with a world-class circle of geniuses. They want people around them who think big, challenge them, and give advice throughout the various stages of growth. Think differently. Crush conventionality. Often what makes a channel unique comes from the personal experiences in a creator's life. What are the life experiences, personal or professional relationships, or areas of expertise you can use to make your YouTube channel different? For your channel, you want to combine the best practices of successful YouTubers along with some unique qualities of your own. There are so many possibilities when it comes to creating content. Mix it up. One video could be animated with voiceover narration like a Draw My Life video. Another video could include mixed media such as photos, videos, and music combined in unique ways. Maybe a few of your videos could be live streams. As long as you're delivering the message you want to deliver, play with different formats. One of the best ways to think differently and discover your unique positioning on YouTube is to scratch your own itch. What are the things you search for, and what kind of content do you wish was on YouTube? If it's something you're looking for but can't find, or if it's in a style that you would love but can't find, chances are other people would enjoy it as well. Over 1 billion people watch YouTube, and we believe millions more will come to the platform in the next few years. That means double the views and double the channel opportunities. There's too much competition and it's too late. Are excuses we've seen proven wrong time and time again over the last 10 years. As New York Times bestselling author and marketing expert Seth Godin said, "You can either fit in or stand out, not both." To stand out, you must embrace your uniqueness, think differently, and pave your own path. Conclusion. We can tell you from experience, every YouTube creator, influencer, and success story has one common attribute: an amazing work ethic. They hustle, hustle, hustle. The number one piece of advice we can provide is that everything comes down to how hard you're willing to work in order to be successful on this platform. After interviewing over 100 of today's top video influencers, we see a recurring theme. All of them put an insane amount of work into their channels. When we talk about hustle, we mean consistency. Consistently creating and optimizing your content, consistently engaging with people, consistently improving. In part 1, we talked about the 7 C's, which you must do continually as you go through with the stages of growing your influence on YouTube. Always tapping into a new level of courage, always clarifying and refining your message and brand, always improving your channel, always improving your content, always engaging with your community, always finding new ways of generating cash, and always staying consistent, realizing you must hustle your way to success. Then in part 2, we shared some actionable tactics and creative ideas for growing your channel, including leveraging trends, ranking your videos, and collaborating with other creative people. Be ambitious, but never get impatient. As the saying goes, overnight success takes 10 years. We don't believe it has to take that long, but it might. For some, it could be quick. For others, it could take much longer. Always remember, you are on your own path. Never fall into the trap of comparing yourself to somebody else. Your race is your own. Always keep in mind your why. Inspiration can be a spark of energy. Motivation can get you pumped up in the morning, but drive is what keeps you going. Drive is created by your why. Why are you creating videos? Why do you want to have a YouTube channel? Why do you want to achieve success on this platform? Always make serving your audience your top priority and never forget why you started. It's ultimately not about you. It's about the people on the other side of the camera lens, on the other side of that internet connection, watching through their own devices. You're ultimately creating content to make a difference in the lives of people. So if you get discouraged, always keep them in mind. YouTube is a marathon, not a sprint. Stay focused on your vision. Put in the work. Keep building your influence, income, and impact, one video at a time.